checkity, check, check. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Happy Pesach and good Yontov. Wonderful to see all of you here in the sanctuary. Special welcome, Bruchim Habaim, to all those watching in TV land, watching the broadcast from at home. We're going to have a wonderful celebration of Pesach this evening, as well as an observance of Yizkor, our memorial service. I'm Rabbi Matt Berger, joined as always on the bima with our soloist, Allison Rosoff, and down at the piano, our accompanist and pianist Joy Katzen-Guthrie. Given we're in the midst of a holiday and just starting a Yom Tov, the seventh night of Pesach, let's sing Chag Sameach, Happy Holiday. Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Shiru, sing. Shiru, 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 shiru. Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Chag Sameach, Yai la 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 ya la la. Chag Sameach, Yai la la la. Any ladies who'd like to join us for the Shabbat V'Shel Yom Tov candle lighting, you can feel free to come right towards the bima at this time.
V'Shel Yom Tov. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat and this festival.
We say Yasher Koach, well done. Thank you so much, and happy holidays to all three of you. Join me in a prayer for Israel, Avinu Shebashamayim, right on the screen. Avinu Shebashamayim Sur Yisrael B'Goalo. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, Shield the state of Israel beneath the wings of your love. Shelter it with your canopy of peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Bless the soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces and all who stand guard to protect our people. Keep them from all troubles and injury. Secure freedom for all those held captive by the enemy. May they find strength and courage of heart. Allison, Joy, and I are going to share what will probably be a new song for all of you, Pesach related. It's called 10 Plagues in Egypt Land, and it was written by the Allards. And you're going to have 3 choruses interspersed after the first verse, the 5th, and then the 10th. It's a fun song, so hopefully you'll get the gist of it and be able to join in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt's land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Blood in the water made the river run red. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Pharaoh should have listened to what God said. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Frogs were jumping in Pharaoh's hair. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Pharaoh didn't like it, but the frogs didn't care. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Creepy, crawly, itchy lice. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Mess with the Holy One, you better think twice. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Filthy flies so dirty and vile. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Not exactly Pharaoh's style. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Cattle and the horses and the oxen died. 10 plagues in Egypt. I won't give up, old Pharaoh cried. 10 plagues in Egypt. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt's land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Boils and blisters on his skin. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Give it up, Pharaoh, you're never gonna win. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. The hail rained down from the heavens on high. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Hurt so much made Pharaoh cry. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Swarms of locusts ate the crops. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Hard-hearted Pharaoh just wouldn't stop. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Dark descended in the light of day. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Pharaoh was lost, couldn't find his way. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Firstborn, the final blow. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Finally, Pharaoh let the people go. 10 plagues in Egypt's land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt's land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt's land. Hope you like that one. We're going to continue now in our prayer book with the half or Chasi Kaddish words of praise on 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה בלמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן ישמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי דקדושה בריחו לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירה בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
Let's rise for the call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, on page 28. Prayer for creation, Ma'ariv Aravim on 31. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. Words of love, Ahavat Olam. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Let's sing Open Up Our Eyes.
Open up our
Open up our eyes.
Teach us how to live.
Teach us how to live.
Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather
we can chant the words of the Hafta found in Deuteronomy on page 36. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavcha hayom alevavecha vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shitecha b'beitecha u'vlechecha v'derech u'shokbecha u'vkumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha tavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim li'ot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. Let's share words of truth and faith, emet ve'emunah, on 39 together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we are taught, for ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Given its Pesach, when we turn to the words of Mi Chamocha, who is like you, on page 40, we'll be singing this to the traditional tune and melody to Ad Yirhu, God is Great. Adonai, Ni Chamocha, Nedar B'Kodesh, Torah Tehilot, Oseh Melech, Ni Chamocha, Ba'ilim Adonai, Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. And we haven't done this arrangement in a number of weeks. Ufros Aleinu, part of the Hashkivenu prayer of shelter and protection, found on 42. Blessed are you, guardian of Israel, shelter over us, over all your people, Israel, and over Jerusalem. We'll turn now to the words of the Tefillah, our standing prayers, which begin on 46, with a note that starting from the second day of Passover, we switch over in the Gevurot for strength from the prayer for rain in the rainy season to the prayer for dew, because now it's getting into the dry season in the land of Israel. So the slide will say, Morid Hatal, who causes the dew to fall. Let's rise together.
Adonai, sifatai tiftachu v'yagid hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'gonei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imot, U'mevii geula livnei vneihem, Lema'an shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol, Atah rav l'hoshia, Morid hatal, Mechachel chaim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umechayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umidom melech, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lecha chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Feel free to be seated. During all three festivals, there's a special blessing called Ya'aleh v'Yavo that you'll find right on the screen. After we offer our prayers for Shabbat, for God's presence always being with us, and for gratitude. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Baruch atah Adonai HaMachazir Shekinato L'Tzion. And for thanks, Baruch atah Adonai HaTov Shimcha U'cha Na'eh L'Chodot. Now you won't find this prayer in the Shabbat volume of Mishkan Tefillah, but they do make a Shabbat and festival version or a separate festival version. And here you'll find this prayer. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, be mindful of your people Israel and recall our merit for good and grace and in loving kindness and compassion for life and peace on this festival of Pesach. Zochrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo letovah. This day remember us for well-being. Ufokdenu vo livracha. This day bless us with your nearness. V'hoshienu vo lechayim. As we say Amen. This day help us to a fuller life. Our prayer for peace, Shalom Rav, is on 60. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever, for you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom. And we'll sing Debbie Friedman's arrangement of Oseh Shalom, found on 62. Oseh Shalom, b'romav, uyaseh Shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imelu, amen. Oseh Shalom b'romav, uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imelu, amen. You'll find our prayer for healing Mishaberach right on the screen as well as on 253 in your prayer books as we call to mind and to heart those in need of strength and courage, those recovering from injuries as a result of the Israel-Gaza war, as well as the following individuals: Joanne Beeman-Fiddleman, Charlie Burke, Hope Brown, Tina Bruns, Larry Kane, David Chazen, Tyler Chang, Harry Fleisch, Mitchell Freifeld, David Freelander, Myron Graff, Carl Greenbaum, Don Hirschman, Jim Howard, Kathy Howard, Phyllis King, Alan Klein, Barbara Kobe, Peter Leaders, Irene Lipensky, Jerry Longerich, Alex Perez, Marnell Pluchok, Michael Ranzino, Joey Rettler, Joanna Reverson Neves, Stephanie Ross, Marilyn Satinoff, Babette Schoenfeld, Angie Sermenis, Jeff Stark, Grace Tribbiano, Greg Tribbiano, and David Wolstein. If there are any other names to add for healing, feel free to do so at this time.
Kate Tingley, Ken Tingley, Ella Tingley, my father George Stark. Misheberach avotenu mikor habracha limotenu
Long, long ago, one of the greatest compendia of Jewish law and lore was introduced to the general public. Mind you, it was written in Hebrew and Aramaic, so the audience narrowed down quite a bit. This particular gem contains 63 sections called tractates, organized into 6 major sections called orders. It's none other than the Talmud, which simply means study. In the spirit of Passover, I'd like to share one of my favorite teachings from the Talmud, which involves 4 types of students. As we know, the festival of Pesach celebrates the number 4. There are 4 cups of wine, representing 4 steps of redemption from Egypt. There are 4 questions for children or different types of learners, 4 names for the holiday of Passover, and even 4 pieces of matzah, because even though we begin with 3 slices, once we crack and break the middle matzah to create the afikomen, or dessert piece, we end up with 4. So here's the lesson which I'll ask our tech team to share on the screen. There are 4 kinds of students. Quick to learn, but quick to forget. The gift is canceled by the loss. Slow to learn, but slow to forget. The loss is outweighed by the gift. Quick to learn and slow to forget, a wise student. Finally, slow to learn and quick to forget, a sorry or evil plight. Like many of you, I've been keeping abreast of the latest battleground regarding anti-Israel sentiment and anti-Semitism in the land of higher education. Throughout this time, I've kept this particular teaching in mind. As of today, there are 60 colleges and universities under investigation by the Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights regarding alleged violations relating to anti-Semitic harassment and discrimination. This includes 6 of 8 Ivy League schools. Letters to these universities warn of possible consequences, financial and otherwise, if they don't take steps to protect Jewish students. Now, this is admirable on the face of it, that the government is asking our institutions of higher education to be called to account regarding these issues. But the approach taken by the Department of Education leaves a whole lot to be desired. Because rather than approaching the matter methodically and with rigor, the DOE is figuratively using a cudgel, swinging first and making sweeping demands, all under the threat of losing billions of dollars in federal funding that are used by universities to teach towards academic inquiry as well as research, as if censorship and curtailing free speech are the right responses to protecting Jewish students from the evils of anti-Semitism. Shortly after sharing my initial thoughts about this issue in yesterday's message to the congregation, a congregant sent me a text. They agreed that we must confront anti-Semitism and remove it from wherever it festers, but the word anti-Semitism must not be used as a cudgel to undermine free speech and the expressing of different views. It's insulting, pandering, and endangers us as Jews. A well-written and very incisive commentary, in my opinion. Yesterday in the Tampa Bay Times, I read an op-ed written by Howard Simon, formerly an ACLU state director who in Michigan defended free speech in synagogues and other organizations. He mentioned in the op-ed, quote, "There's a beacon to guide us out of this morass. It's the First Amendment's admonition to distinguish between odious ideas and illegal actions. Simon noted that Supreme Court Justice William Brennan shared the following in overturning the prohibition of sending communist literature, obviously this is way, way back, via the Postal Service. He wrote, "Preserving the free flow of ideas across borders, meaning states, is vital to maintaining a robust democracy." This being said, anti-Israel and anti-Semitic harassment of individual Jewish students, faculty, staff, and visitors to colleges and universities is not protected speech. Moreover, higher education administrators already have the tools on hand to respond to such harassment. But clearly, many of them aren't fulfilling their obligations in this regard. Otherwise, there wouldn't be situations in which Jewish students have to renounce their love of Israel just in order to access certain buildings or different parts of college and university campuses, which has happened on multiple occasions. Earlier this week, as I shared, a coalition of 10 major Jewish organizations released a comprehensive statement regarding the tenor of the current DOE investigations. Among other organizations, they include the Union for Reform Judaism, the Central Conference of American Rabbis, which I'm a member of, the American Conference of Cantors, HIAS, which used to be called Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, the National Council of Jewish Women, the Conservative Rabbinical Assembly, and the Reconstructionist Rabbinical Association. I'll just add and quote just a paragraph from this statement. "There should be no doubt that anti-Semitism is rising, visible, chilling, and increasingly normalized in our public discourse, politics, and institutions. It requires urgent and consistent action by our nation's political, academic, religious, and civil leaders. At the same time, we firmly reject the false choice between confronting anti-Semitism and upholding democracy. Our safety as Jews has always been tied to the rule of law, to the safety of others, to the strength of civil society, and to the protection of rights and liberties for all. In other words, sweeping draconian funding cuts will ultimately lead to weakening free academic inquiry that, for the most part, strengthens democracy. And they likely won't reduce instances of anti-Semitism on campus, because the DOE's approach and pressure campaign will not make Jews any safer. With all this in mind, we can circle back to my initial question. Which of the four students enumerated in the Talmud does the government's current approach most resemble? I'll repeat them. Quick to learn, but quick to forget. Slow to learn, but slow to forget. Quick to learn and slow to forget, or slow to learn and quick to forget. At this point, I'd answer it's the fourth of the four, slow to learn and quick to forget, especially when it comes to what's called as jawboning. I'll ask our tech team to share its definition on the screen. These are attempts, I believe there's a slide for that. There you go. These are attempts by politicians to pressure institutions of higher learning by the force of one's position of authority, which often leads to greater censorship on campus. I'll share 3 examples. In 2023, Wisconsin State Assembly Speaker Robin Vos threatened to withhold millions of dollars from the state university system unless it canceled all DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion offices and programs. The University of Wisconsin system quickly acquiesced. That same year in North Carolina, a group of higher ed critics in the State House proposed what was called the REACH Act, R-E-A-C-H, that would require university faculty in the university state system to teach United States history in a specific way. In response, Tar Heel universities made a number of concessions. This has occurred in our state as well with the complete overhaul of the New College of Florida. Jawboning is unique because it doesn't necessarily involve passing laws, which tend to be high risk and high profile, but it can do just as much damage to academic freedom and free speech on campus as a law, as long as university administrators respond in the way that lawmakers want and expect them to. It's vitally important to keep in mind that freedom, the rule of law, and democratic ideals remain essential to Jews in America. I'll ask our tech team to share America's 4 basic freedoms on the screen. Freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. Though it's quite shameful that so many Jewish students on campus are being targeted and held collectively responsible for the Israel-Hamas war, fighting anti-Semitism by denying students due process rights when they face arrest and or deportation, and threatening billions of dollars of federal funding for universities if they don't comply with the DOE's demands really is not the answer. Universities already have the means at their disposal to protect Jewish students. They just need to enforce their own rules whenever free speech crosses the line into harassment. If you're interested in learning more about these important issues, I urge you to attend our upcoming college campus discussion led by the Southeast Director of Alums for Campus Fairness, Dr. Rebecca Pinchevsky, on Tuesday, April 29th at 7 p.m. here in the sanctuary. May the freedoms that we enjoy during Passover continue to shine brightly throughout our country, the state of Israel, and across the world. All of us deserve fairness, justice, and equal protection under the law. Indeed, it's the only true path to safety and well-being. Shabbat Shalom and Hag Sameach. This is the time of year where Jews around the world count the Omer from the second night of Pesach, 49 days, so 7 weeks of 7 days, and then the 50th day is Shavuot, the festival of weeks. The Omer was a biblical measure of dry grain, and depending on the season, it was either barley or wheat. On page 278, as well as right on the screen, you'll find the liturgy for counting the Omer, which we'll do each and every Friday, and it will be in multiples of 6 days. So if you'd like to join me, Hineni muchan zuman lekayem mitzvot aseh shel sfirat haOmer. I'm ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. And here's the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haOmer. Our praise to you, God, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. So I just put it to day 6. And the formula is Hayom Shisha Yamim La Omer. Today is the 6th day of the Omer. We'll continue now with the adoration, the words of Aleinu that you'll find on page 282. If anyone would like to come forward and open the ark, feel free to do so as we rise to offer these concluding words.
לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם כגוינו כהם, וגם
free to be seated. Let's say Yasher Koach, well done. As we now turn to our Yizkor Memorial Service, you'll find the liturgy right on the screen, beginning with the beautiful poetry of Psalm 23.
Adonai roi lo exar min on teshayar bitzeini alamei menuchot alamei menuchot tzedek
Join me in the English translation with God as my shepherd, I shall not want. The Eternal makes me lie down in green pastures, leads me beside still waters, restores my soul, guides me in straight paths for the sake of God's name. Yea, though I walk to the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Eternal forever. Our loved ones live in our broken hearts, and at times that brings a measure of healing. Their acts of kindness and generosity are the inheritance they leave behind. We feel their absence, but the beauty of their lives abides among us. As it is said, the name of the one who has died shall not disappear. Our loved ones' names and the memories will endure among us, and these are the names on our lips and in our hearts. For Yizkor Memorial, we honor the memory of Richard Bernard, Herb Bloom, Selma Bowman, Marie D'Alessandro, Norman Fiddleman, Stephen Fishman, Mandy Gordon, L. Bruce Greenberg, Sam Grossman, Howard Itzkowitz, Louis Quall, Jonathan Marks, Thelma Marks, Daniel Morris, Edmund Colby Munker, Hadrian Newman, Eva Nove, Gert Rubin, Miriam Richmond, Sanford Sonny Sadler, Stanley Schenker, Betty Sharp, Ina Singer, Adrian Sondheim, and Sharon Worster, those who have died in the past 365 names. Let's rise now as Allison leads us in a prayer of compassion, El Malei Rachamim.
El Malei Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Amitzei Mechana Chana, Techachana Feirashina, Im Yashim Torim, Kizor Mazirim, Lanishmot Yakireinu Shechalachu Le'olamim, Malarachamim, Yastirehu B'sitek Nafav Le'olamim, Vitrur HaChaim et Nishmatam, Adonai Unachalatam, V'yanuchu b'shalom Mishkavam, V'nomar Amen.
Join me in translation. Merciful God, God Most High, let there be perfect rest for the souls of our loved ones who have gone into eternity. May they find shelter in your presence among the holy and pure, whose light shines like the radiance of heaven. Compassionate God, hold them close to you forever. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May they find a home in you, and may they rest in peace as we say, Amen. In the period of Shloshim, first 30 days, mourning a loved one, we remember Howard Iskowitz, brother of Elaine Wolstein, and we mark the yahrzeit anniversary of passing of loved ones. This Shabbat and Chag, we remember Edward Abo, Steve Alcorn, Dora Barron, Herod Arthur Bergner, Stanley Kaplan, Joni Carlisle, Maurice Citron, Harry Byron Diamond, Bess Entel, Sylvia Fox, Maxine Gladstone, Nathan Goldman, Leo Goldsmith, Ida Gordon, Margie Granoff, Sam Grossman, William Herron, Faye Joseph, Milton Keshen, Sadie Kessler, Sally Lakin, Sarah Patrick, Lee C. Plevin, Murray Pluchak, Blanche Smolensky, Dora Stotland, Harold Turkle, Marlene Van Posnack, Wayne Van Ness, Gregory Waxman, and Michael Winston. Are there any other names to add for Yahrzeit at this time? We say, Zichronam Livracha, may the memories of all of these good people continue to be a blessing in their loved ones' lives as we rise to offer the words of Mourner's Kaddish, page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'kol beit Yisrael, v'hagalau v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach le'alam ulamei almayah, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu ya'asei shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who causes peace in the heavens cause peace to descend on us, Israel, and the world, as we say, amen.
V'imiru, v'imiru, amen. V'imiru,
Feel free to take a seat, well deserved. We'll continue with the Kiddush, blessing over the fruit of the vine, on page 5. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei bari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'rata b'anu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'yava ufratzon, in ilanu, zikaron le'aseh b'reishit, l'yom tefilah, le'mikrahi kodesh, seher le'tzion, Mitzrayim, Ivanu v'acharta, Yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava uvratzon, mikaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Ekadesh HaShabbat. Chaim to life. Now that's the regular tasty grape juice, but look at this. Oh yes. For the motzi, we are all very, very excited for this matzah. I know Allison is. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is sent. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. And as it says on my tie, this matzah is kosher lePesach. It's extraordinarily dry. Like I'm walking through the desert. I will be reading the announcements this evening. Many thanks to Allison and Joy for leading a wonderful service. Our tech team in the back, Saul and Bruce, our greeters, David, Joan, and Gary. Elections for the World Zionist Congress, which allocates $1 billion annually over 5 years, conclude on May 4th. Vote reform in the social hall using the QR code or on ballots that are there. I'll cover the admin price for the paper ballots. We continue to help area refugees by donating items to Gulf Coast Jewish Family and Community Service in the front lobby. Strengthen Israel's defenders by supporting the Golani Brigade. Our brotherhood in partnership with the Jewish Federation is raising funds to equip their training gyms. Join us for Shabbat Minyan, led by Ron Gilberg, tomorrow at 9 a.m., followed by a Pesach breakfast, sponsored by Brotherhood. It's going to be the cream cheese and the lox, and without the bagel. Maybe we'll be using that matzah, who knows? Sisterhood's yoga meditation, led by Ida Berger, begins at 10 a.m. in the Youth Lounge. Our community Yom HaShoah ceremony, remembering the Holocaust, led by the Pinellas County Board of Rabbis, will take place on the day of reading names, Thursday, April 24th at 4:30 p.m. at the James Museum on Central Ave in St. Pete. Brotherhood's book club discussing Reuben Fenton's Goyhood, a novel. He'll be there via Zoom. We'll meet for breakfast 10:30 a.m. Sunday, April 27th. Later that day, our former accompanist, Tim Berneman, will present a concert of original music, Tim Berneman and Friends, all the way down south at the Jewish Congregation of Venice at 3 p.m. RSVP for the college campus climate discussion that I spoke about. That will be on Tuesday, April 29th at 7 p.m. I hope we have a very good showing for that. Jewish musician Noah Aronson will highlight a Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israeli Independence Day concert at B'nai Israel in St. Pete, which will include prayers for Israel, our Jewish homeland, and great Israeli food. Following services, join us in the social hall for some matzah and some Passover-inspired oneg dessert foods, some of which I know are homemade. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach to all of you. And our closing song, as I get my guitar, is Let My People Go. You'll find the words right on the screen, post haste. When Israel was in Egypt's land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Thus said the Lord, bold Moses said, let my people go. If not, I'll smite your firstborn dead. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. Thanks for joining us.